Okay. Whew. Got nice and warmed up. Getting ready for a nice, easy, long jog today. Happy day after Thanksgiving Day. And we're going to talk about how to burn some fat, burn off some of that Thanksgiving food, and yeah, get more fit for marathon training. We'll be talking about that as well. Cue the intro. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. We're gonna get going here in just a second. Get a nice long jog in. Today we're gonna talk about how to burn fat while running, and spoiler alert, very little sprinting involved in this. Nice and easy stuff. Anyway, it's easy in concept, but to actually practice it can be a little bit of a challenge. Anyway, let's get going here. All right, let's start talking about burning fat before, burning fat for running. And before we get into all that, I'd like to just mention that in a couple weeks, I'll be starting a new series, be a weekly vlog on how I train for the Boston Marathon. It'll be similar to what I did last year, except it'll be on a weekly basis instead of a daily basis. I don't bore you with all the minute little details. But if you watch last year's series, you will see that I trained myself to run a 2:47 marathon in Boston. So I was an athletics guy, just pumped in and said hi. I don't know who that was. Anyway, that'll be coming up in a couple weeks. Looks like technically January 1st. So keep an eye out for that new series starting up. But in the meantime, let's talk about burning fat while running. And I want to make it clear that we're not talking about losing weight. We're talking about burning fat. So if you do all these things and you say, hey, try guy, I'm not losing any weight. That's not what we're trying to do. Trying to burn fat, lose fat, because that's something you're carrying around that you don't really need when you're trying to run. So the first thing I want to talk about, we're not going to get into too much detail about, but it's about diet, of course. So what you get out of your food is what you put into your food. So stay away from processed foods and bad fats, complex carbohydrates, all that kind of crap. So I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but the better you eat, the better you feel, and the better you run. So the easier your body will metabolize what you put in and give you energy and not turn it to fat. So I'm not gonna go into too much detail about that. I'm gonna get to the actual running part, and I gotta watch my heart rate, and we'll talk about why I watch my heart rate so closely these days. So the first tip I can give you about burning fat is to run in the morning. What does that have to do with anything? Running in the morning, do not eat anything before you go out, and run easy. So the key is get up in the morning, eat nothing, drink some water to hydrate because you dehydrate yourself through the night. Run easy, and I'll get into what I mean by running easy. And run for 30 to 40 minutes, no more than 40 minutes. And we're gonna take a little walk here because heart rate's an issue and there's traffic. And I wanna be able to talk to you. So that's the first key, is running in the morning. This way, your body will be using fat as the energy source instead of your carbohydrates. So if you're using fat as the energy source, it's burning fat. So first tip, get up in the morning. Don't eat that, don't have that coffee, don't eat that muffin, don't have that donut, don't eat those eggs. Have a drink of water and go for easy 30 to 40 minute jog. And when I mean easy, the first tip I can talk about easy is running at a conversational pace, kind of like what I'm doing right now. So that's the first tip. So anyway, let's get some more miles in. We'll get on to the next tip. Okay, next tip to burning fat while running is run longer. So literature says anything over 30 minutes of aerobic activity, you're burning fat. So the longer you run, the more energy you're burning. And if you run the proper way, which we'll get to in a minute, you'll burn more fat. So the longer you run, the more fat you burn. So like I said, I recommend running more than 30 minutes when you do your runs. So when you train for a marathon, you're running up to 2 hours or even a little bit more. Some people run for 3 hours. You're definitely burning lots of energy. And if you run the proper way, you'll burn fat. So that's tip number 2, is run longer to burn more fat. And at the end of this video, I'll give you my secret little workout that you do for building up to get in shape to start training for a marathon, which includes a lot of these tips. We'll do that at the end of this video. So that's tip number 2. We only have a couple miles in, and we'll get some more, talk about tip number 3. We got some beautiful scenery here. This little pond, hidden pond. Geese are still here for some reason, even though at the end of November, almost winter time. Anyway, just nice to get out and enjoy the fresh air and the background of traffic and this nice pond. Anyway, probably the most important tip for burning fat while running is run slow. So, how slow should you run? That's kind of the ticket right there. How slow do you run? So, different people say different things. Run at a conversational pace, which I am, because I'm having a conversation with you guys. But that's one key. If you don't have any other way to do analytics, is to run at a conversational pace. And I've probably said this before in another video, but if you don't have anybody else to talk to yourself. So I do that a lot since I run by myself a lot, and I end up talking to myself, which I guess is good. Some people think it's weird, especially when I'm running past some people at the bus stop. I'm going, oh, I wonder what I'm gonna do today. It's kind of weird. And singing, sometimes I sing to myself, and that's even weird because I'm not a very good singer. In fact, I'm a bad singer. So run slow. If you do have a heart rate monitor, if you are into the analytics, run at 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. So that is considered the aerobic zone. That is the zone where you're burning fat as energy instead of carbohydrates. And so for me, my approximate max heart rate is just under 180. So I usually try to run at a heart rate of 120 to 125. And I watch my heart rate on my Garmin. So I have a heart rate monitor around my chest right now, and it's transmitting my heart rate to my watch, and this way I can know what my heart rate is. And yeah, so it's actually kind of tough to run at that kind of heart rate. It's very, very slow. It can be very frustrating to run so slow. I literally feel like I'm watching the leaves turn color as I'm going by them. I run so slow. As you know, I can run marathons in the 6:20 range, and I'm doing my runs at a heart rate of 120 to 125. I'm running at 9:30 pace, just to give you some kind of perspective there. So I'm running 9-minute mile to 10-minute mile, depending on the terrain. And so you may ask yourself, oh, what if you live in a hilly area and you're climbing a hill? Won't your heart rate go up? Yeah, and I'm not too proud to say I've walked. So there's been places where I can't get my heart rate to get down. I'm climbing a hill, and you know what? I just walk. I do a brisk walk, wait for my heart rate to come down to like 118, 120, and then start jogging a little bit, and then if I have to walk again, I walk again. I have no shame in that for this kind of building phase. So anyway, run slow, run long, and run before breakfast if you can. Those are ways to burn your fat off of you while running. So you can get in a couple more miles here, and we'll go into my secret workout for burning fat and building for marathon training, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm building up so that I can be in good enough shape to start doing the marathon workouts. All right, let's roll. All right, well, there you have it. We got 6.7 miles in at a nice 9:23 pace today. Long and easy, about an hour worth of running today. So quick tip, when you're running long and you're running slow and you're getting frustrated or bored, one thing you can work on is your running form. Really focus on having proper running form. Have that foot land underneath your body, land mid-foot. Watch your breathing, watch your posture, everything. Watch where your arms are. Don't get lazy just because it's long and slow. That's what makes it hard, is you're going long and slow, you tend to get lazy and your form goes to crap. Don't let that happen. So that's one little final tip. All right, so my little secret workout that I do when I'm building for marathon training is when I do these long, slow runs, I go out for about 40 minutes or so. I'll do, 4.5 miles, something like that. But in the middle of those, I'll do something like similar to fartleks, and I have a video on fartleks. Just do a search on my channel about how to do fartleks. But these are not quite that extreme. So you'll be running, let's say you're running 9-minute mile pace for about 200 yards. Pick it up to your 5K pace, goal 5, or even a little bit faster. It should be about 90% of your maximum effort, 85 to 90%. Hold that for about 200 yards, and then gradually decelerate and jog easy, very easy, until your heart rate comes back down to the heart rate you're jogging at, or you get back to a conversational status where you can talk again. So you're not trying to go all out, you're not killing yourself, you're getting those legs to open up, you're working on being efficient at a higher speed, just for a short amount of time, work on that form again, and then bring it back down, jog, I mean like baby jog, until your heart rate is back down to where you were before, and repeat that 3, 4, or 5 times, depending how you're feeling for the day, and just gets those legs opened up, gets that body to wake up a little bit, so you're not just getting in that lethargic area of just jogging easy the whole time. Anyway, that's it. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Hope these tips help you burn off some of that pumpkin pie you had last night. And leave any comments down below what you do to help lose weight. I'm sorry. What you do to help burn fat, because we're not talking about losing weight, we're talking about burning fat. My error. And give it a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Until next time, peace.